Um, let's talk about South Carolina. I love South Carolina.
Pod is taking off, by the way. Thank y'all.
I love Summer, South Carolina. I love 5 Points. I love Harbison. No, Harbison is ass now.
Yeah, no.
I like the Vista.
Yeah, no, I love being a South Carolinian, and I love my fellow neighbors that are South Carolinian. Both races, know how far to go in South Carolina. One of my favorite parts about the state is that everybody can get smacked down there. Literally everybody can get smacked. So it's like,
and then y'all come together on Saturday.
Yeah, we come together. So it's like, no, I like South Carolina, but I know where you're going with this, and I was highly disappointed.
Viola Davis is from where? Is it Spartanburg?
Gosh, I want to say she's from like the Orangeburg area.
Okay.
So
well, Chadwick
is from the Anderson market, which is like Greenville, Spartanburg area.
So her and the dude who played Luke Cage, I'm so sorry I can't think of your name. I think all of them is like from the same, like only a few miles away from each other. Right?
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get to Viola Davis. One of my favorite people. How to Get Away with Murder was amazing. Every time I watch a movie or anything with Viola Davis, it's like you could feel it. She gives it to you.
Yeah, I mean, Viola Davis, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say that she went to the top theater school in the country, which, if you don't say it's Juilliard, it's Yale. I want to say that she went to Yale University.
Well, you look that up because you're South Carolinian. She did an interview with the Times, and she talked about how she judged Chadwick. And she said in an interview with the Times, the 59-year-old actress recalled Boseman's girlfriend.
Oh, she went to Juilliard.
Okay, then.
Yeah.
She said his girlfriend and makeup artist rubbed his back and played meditative music when they were on the set, which would be his final film. And then she said, there was a part of me that was a little judgmental. Like, why do you need all that?
Say that part again. So she sees him getting his back rubbed by not a stranger.
It's his girl.
His literal girlfriend, right?
Uh-huh. They was playing music for him, and the girlfriend was rubbing his back.
The girlfriend's rubbing his back, and she looks over there, and she's like,
do you need all that?
Why do you need all that?
What was your thoughts when you first read this?
I was disappointed in her as a South Carolinian. Talk about another South Carolinian.
Okay.
One, right? Because both of them from the great state of South Carolina, right? That was like, I was like, come on, man. And y'all always know when someone says something stupid, my response is always, you can actually say nothing.
You do say that.
Like, you always have the option to just not say anything.
So you put this in the group chat.
Yeah.
And when I first read it, I go, well, I understand how she could have been judgmental. We've seen and heard people have routines to get ready for work, and we kind of just like, what? Like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been with seen photographers who literally before the shoot start, they playing jazz. They got to hear like super loud.
Yeah.
They do meditate. They be burning incense, and I be sitting over there in the corner like, all right, bro, I just check memory cards. I turn the camera on. I get to work, right? But they got to get in their groove.
Yeah.
Now, judgmental part, I don't know if I really judge them. Probably so, because some of you photographers is weird, and we're going to get to y'all in a little bit.
Well, but we know when she looked over there, right? If that was Robert Downey Jr., right?
Robert De Niro.
We know that she would have looked over there and be like, oh, that's just a process.
Well, and so as soon as you put in the group chat, that's why I'm saying I got to where you were.
Yeah.
Why is this a story? Why is this coming out?
Why are you saying this? Like, why would you bring this up, right? You can literally just say, here's the funny part. We was out last Thursday, me and a couple fellas, right? Mm-hmm. And we end up talking about television shows and movies, and of course, Black Panther comes up, right? Which I think is one of the greatest action movies.
First one or second?
Definitely the first one. Okay. Second one, you take everything I'm about to say away. But on the first one though, and we talked about, Chadwick being the Black Panther and how that hurt the second one, and how great of an actor. So we literally sit here talking about how great of an actor this guy has in such a short time frame, right?
Absolutely.
And now that he's gone, so we're sitting here as a group of black men. It was like two black ladies, and we're talking about the greatness of Chadwick as just an actor, right? Not even as a South Carolinian, just as an actor. Not even as a black man, just an actor, right? And then here comes our sister that could say nothing, but it's like, I looked over there and nigga looked like he was doing a little too much, right? Like, why you need all that, right? And I'm like, it goes to this place where anytime black men receive any type of catering to, It's like if you don't know his situation on whether or not he deserve it, if it's not compensatory, that you pretty much just like, you doing too much. You doing too much.
Do women look at us as sassy when we get catered to?
You know what? I think I think this week has proven that they care that we're starting not to care. Right? If you go to the comment section on TikTok or Instagram to our latest video,
please don't
where we're talking about Quinta. And we're not talking negatively about her. Here's the funny part. We don't even say anything about women in that whole clip. We literally talk about men, right? And I think the biggest thing is, as a black man, nobody feels like you deserve anything, right? It has to be compensatory, right? You have to have earned it. Yeah. And nobody else lives in that space as men in this country.
Absolutely. I mean, it's weird to me. This just seemed like an unnecessary way to kick his back in, and you just giving the interviewer too much. Because
you're giving her too much.
I imagine her interview with the Times is way longer than that, is way bigger than that. But you know what? This is
that's what they decided that they wanted to post.
Black,
and you should have known it. You should have known it.
You should have known it.
You should have known it.
That shit was just nasty work, and it upset me. But
it would be like me and Gavin. Like, you know, I've had conversations where, you know, people like, hey, how you and Gavin doing? And I was like, we fighting. All right now, we're fighting, right? But if I was to sit down with the New York Times and they'd be like, yo, how you and Gavin doing? I'd be like, yo, we're doing great. We're looking for the pod to break through.
Absolutely.
Like, I would not kick his back in with a journalist, right? You know, somebody asked me, my brother, I'd be like, man, you know how Gavin is, man. Like, we going back and forth right now. Mm-hmm. We looking for direction because that's a lot what goes on behind the scenes. We spent a good 2 years. Like, hey, which way are we going? What's our audience? What we going to do? Who we going to be? And it's like, but I would never, right? And I know I'm saying it to our whole audience because like things are better now. But yeah. I would never, I would never be like, you know, go to anybody that I know don't like you or don't care about you and say, hey, let me throw all this up. And, you know, this is how I felt, right? Like, you know, Gavin doesn't deserve, you know, his happiness. He don't deserve his house. He don't deserve his wife. Like, for her to look over there, again, if this was a random person, right? If he had just grabbed some extra and made them come over there and rub his back, I'd be like, okay, yeah, weird, right? Yeah. But this is literally his girlfriend.
Hey, fellas, if your girl want to rub your back while you at work, they want to play you music, let them do it.
Let them do
Don't
it.
be mad at no other woman they ain't got no ties to you, worrying about what's going on in your home, because this is exactly how black men have to suffer in silence. But you know. Because, look, I'm pretty sure Chadwick or his girl definitely for sure noticed that, yo, Viola looking at.
Yeah, she definitely.
She don't know what's going on.
And she probably saw Viola look, and she probably was extra after that.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm doing all types of massages.
Yeah, exactly. She probably was extra after she saw Viola had attitude. I have no doubt about that.
He died a year later. This might have been his wife. Because remember, he was married when he died.
Could have been his wife during the time frame.
Viola, never mind. I respect you too much. I respect older black women too much.
But it goes to something that we've been trying to say, and you know, and I'm gonna
mind your business.
I'm gonna go harder this year. Like, yo, black men deserve to be happy too. Black men deserve love too. Black men deserve to be catered to also.
Facts.